the rest of us, the rest of us humans in the universe, we would like very much for when we spend a dollar to get a lot more back in return. And so Google allows you to do that, right? And that brings us to our next thing about flexibility and scalability. So when you are able to be cost effective, when you're able to put a dollar in and get 3 or 4 or $5 back, you can really scale. So when we talk about spend, we're not talking about like wasting a bunch of money. When we're talking about spend, we're talking about, do you want $3 for every one you spend? $4, right? So when you see, like for example, we often talk about, well, we were able to scale their spend to blah 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 blah, right? We scaled it really high. We can only scale that up if we're getting a lot back in return, right? So you can go from maybe having a billboard that only hits a certain fraction to now you're hitting huge amounts of people. There are a ton of people who have doodle dogs, and a lot of those dogs probably have the same health things, right? Or, as an example, right? The other thing is that it allows for a lot of flexibility. You can change your copy, you can change your assets, you can change everything super, super fast. And because of that, and see all of the tracking, you can be really agile in your marketing. If you've created a mail campaign, right, like a physical mailer campaign, that's not very flexible. Like you created it, you printed it, now you got to use it. You have a billboard out on the side of the road, you can't really change that very fast. But you have something on Google, you can change it, right? And you can take all of the learning that Google already has and you can implement it to the new things that you're putting into your account. Instead of starting stuff over, if you just change the copy, then you can take all of that data that Google has already used and you can utilize it to make what you already have better, right? And another thing about this is that Google has been using AI forever.